In terms of kids walking out of school, I'm completely look. I think civics in this country is obviously very important, and if kids are going to be paying attention to politics, paying attention to what's happening in their country, I think that more power to them if they can walk out. I think if athletes at the Olympics have something to say and use that platform, more power to them. The more people that can speak up. I mean, I am not of this mind that had gained a lot of traction in Republican circles where athletes are just supposed to shut up and dribble. We have a long, proud history in this country of people like athletes, for example, standing up at the Olympics, going back decades and decades and decades.
Yeah, well, it's good that they live in a country where they have those rights. That is true. It's good they live in a country where they have those rights.
And I think one of the most important rights is not to succumb to a tyrannical government. And in fact, that's something that you've been saying for years and years and years. I'm looking at a tweet from 2013. Anybody who believes the United States can never be a tyrannical state has their heads in the sand. So that issue used to be important to you, and yet now you have a rogue agency killing people with impunity. We're not going to see any justice for Renee Good.
We got to take a second and take a step back. Okay, first of all, Renee Good arguably tried to run over an ICE officer with her car. So you say that you're not for violence. There's lots of video showing that
we almost ran him over. We know what it looks like when somebody turns the steering wheel to the right.
In terms of the issue of tyranny, you brought this up last time you were on the show, so I'm happy to bring it up again.
What about Alex Preddy?
Well, there's Alex Preddy was at a protest 2 weeks prior, ICE, and got violent with the officers, kicked out a tailgate, then went to another one. But let's get back to the point.
So kicking a tailgate 11 days prior is justification to kill somebody?
Okay, there's an ongoing investigation. The point is, if law enforcement would have done its job by arresting him and enforcing the law, he wouldn't have been at the second protest where he was trying to get in the middle of a federal investigation, which is a bad idea. Not to mention that officials, including the lieutenant governor in Minnesota, were telling people to go out and put their bodies on the line, to commit felonies by getting in the middle of federal investigations, which is a terrible idea.
By ICE agents. We all saw the video of Alex Preddy
being approached by ICE agents. We also saw the video of him weeks prior agitating and getting violent with ICE agents, which you just said that you're against violence.
Kicking somebody's car is not justification to be
murdered. Getting involved in the middle of a federal investigation is a felony, okay?
Do you think kicking someone's car is adequate justification?
Democrats telling children to leave school when they cannot read or do math, which is going to be detrimental for their future, telling them to leave school to go protest ICE with no end in sight, and telling people to put their bodies on the line, as they did with Renee Good and Alex Preddy, is not a good way to change things in Washington.